Shoshie can enter my world, watch your close. And when I'm through, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch your close. And when I'm through, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. Turn on tuning, hear all I say. Watch real closely, enjoy your stay. You'll see me painting from up above. And if you like it, give it mad love. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch your close. And when I'm through, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch your close. And when I'm through, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. 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 We paint miniatures.
Hello, and we're live, and hopefully that music's not too loud for you. I'm going to turn it down on my end just a smidge. Wait a second here. It's a little bit better. Hopefully it's not too loud for you guys, because I know I didn't turn it down for you. Hey, it's Shoshie from Shoshie's Magnificent Minis, and I'm a little bit hyper because I had a coffee this morning, and I'm still hyper from it, because that's what coffee does to me. So, hey guys. We've got Striker Wink, Goron, Cosmo BC, Asking Back, Millennia 38, Talagar 777, everybody in the chat, and welcome. Hello. What's everybody doing? It is Monday afternoon, and I'm hyper. As I said, I'm crackling because I'm being too loud. Okay, I'll be quiet. Mike gets mad at me when I get too loud on the mic. It's because I'm a little bit wired. So this is what happens to me on caffeine. All right, so I have a lot of Kingdom Death Survivors. Is the music too loud for you guys? Good. You're finishing up work, Cosmo? Nice. Shoshie on drugs. And we just had a follow. Let me see. Oh, Cosmo. Wow, 3 months in a row at $24.99. I owe you, what, 3 coachings now. We should have an hour and a half of coaching. So thank you so much for subscribing again for the month of October. It is October. Yay. Thank you, Cosmo BC. We, just so you guys know, we made our 100 sub points goal of last month, and I was just so grateful. I'm applying to Twitch. I have everything written up except for I just need to like do the little like bio thing. Aw, thank you for the cheer asking back. What a nice cheer. Thank you. I'm gonna switch over here so I can see my OBS. There we go. And there we go. And I want to check to see if this works. Nope, still not working. I have my little number pad and it's supposed to help me switch, but it's not working. I don't know why. I'm gonna have to get Tech Mike to help me, so I'll just mouse instead. All right, look at all this. I have all of these amazing. Aw, thank you. That was for the sub points. Thank you. You guys all helped me do it. You guys deserve the cheer, not me. It's amazing. Sassy Mike is a little sassy, but not too sassy. Yes, exactly. Look at all of these. These are all survivors for Mike and I's home game. None of these are commissioned, so I can paint them however I want, which will be fun. We can give them goofy names and everything. Am I getting them all on screen? We're not. Wait a second. Something is up with my lighting. Give me 1 second. I'm going to fix it. A little bit under. Oh. Alright, let me see if I can fix this while you guys are with me. Did that white balance help at all? No. Not really. Huh, I thought I fixed it. Yeah, that's about right. It needs a little bit more light though. Let me try brightness. Oh, that's the wrong cam. I probably just overexposed myself here. There we go. That's better. You can see. Look at all these survivors. More survivors. Here's more. Look at, I made every single armor set except the Phoenix set. That's the only set that is not made. I've already done the Screaming Fur or whatever. No, did I do the fur set? I can't remember. Yeah, you guys, yeah, we're going to be, I don't know if we're going to be speed painting or not, but we're definitely going to be, it's not going to be like crazy studio level. It's just finished. Finished, not perfect. That's my motto. Alright, let me see if I overexpose my other cam real quick. I'm going to switch and show you, and you tell me. You never know what you're going to get with production value when Tech Mike is not here. So here's how I look. Do I look washed out or do I look okay? Alright. If that looks okay, we're going to paint. Just hyped studio level today. Yes. Right, back to work. Looks good to you. Awesome. I'm excited. So I want to show you guys something. And Cosmo, if you want to do me a favor, I have made a couple commands. One is exclamation point fantasy. Don't use it just yet. Exclamation point fantasy. And the other one is exclamation point spiral. And don't use either one of those just yet. But when I tell you, you're going to hit those commands because I'm going to show you why I made those commands. I needed inspiration for my many sets because I really didn't have a clue what some of these figures were going to look like. So I went online and I searched Kingdom Death armor sets, and this is one of the first things I came up with. And you can hit exclamation point spiral. And this is from Nick Wirtz from spiralingcadaver.blogspot.com. Yeah, Whippoorwill, I'm live. I'm late today. Okay, Oops, you know what? I'm not even showing you guys. Here, let me switch over. Here we go. Spiralingthecadaver.blogspot.com, and it's Nick Wirtz. I'm sorry, I'm not even turned toward my mic. You can't hear me. Yay, Spiral. Hello, raging again and asking back. Yeah, awesome. So that way you guys can click on that, and Nick Wirtz is a wizard with OSL, but he's just a really good painter. He posts every now and then in our group, by Lantern's Light, the Kingdom Death Facebook group. And I just wanted to get an idea of what some of the leather sets look like. He had some great examples, so I wanted to give him a shout out. I'm still going to be painting kind of my own thing, but I wanted something to look at. So there's that. Then there's exclamation point fantasy, and this is by Łukasz, also known as Catan. He's from Krakow, Poland, and his work is beautiful as well. fantasygames.com.pl kingdom-of-death, and he had all of this different armor sets as well. And if you can see, he even did like little mud splatters on their legs, and I love that. Beautiful. I love the colors of the leathers, and it just shows you don't have to make everything all brown all the time. So I want to give Łukasz, sorry, it's Lucas in English and it's Łukasz in Polish. Łukasz, a little shout out for fantasygames.com.pl. So yes, he is really neat. So that was, I just had to look at those so I can get kind of a feel for what I'm going to do today. So I've got my palette, which doesn't have anything on it yet. Let me set this aside here. My mic is crackly, really crackly. Let me see if I can turn myself down a little bit. Okay, is that a little better? Maybe I'm being too loud again. Thank you, Millennia, for telling me. Just keep telling me if I'm too crackly, and I'll keep trying to fix it. Yay, I'm glad you guys saw my Facebook post too. Yeah. I'm so glad you're late. It means I can catch you and do some working and lurking. Awesome, 30 Studio. Excellent. Did I see that Angel Giraldes is working on some KDM? Yes, I'm excited because I really love his work, and I'm excited to see what he does. He's going to do a lot of airbrush stuff, and yeah. So let's just look at some of the figures that I've got, and I'll let you guys kind of see which ones seem most interesting. I think I should show them to you by the sets, because that would be the easiest probably. Here is the Screaming Antelope set, basically. I got one more. Where is he? Where is he? Oh no, here he is. Oh, I almost dropped my palette. There we go. Okay, that's the Screaming set. Is it still crackly? Am I still crackly? Tell me. Giraldes, yeah, he's from Spain. Angel. And if you're in the US, then you can call him Angel Giraldes, right? Isn't that how we say it over here? Your vote is for the spear dude? This guy? Yeah, I like him. Okay, so we'll pick him. I'm gonna set these aside. All right. And then we've got this girl and this. Wait, that's not the same one. These guys all have the same shoulder pads. This one, I like her. There's this dude and this one. So he has a mace, he has a big sword, she's got a whip and a knife and a weird sort of mask, and then she has a really cool looking axe with faces on it. You like the axe? You have no crackle? Good, I'm so glad. You wonder why he doesn't Twitch stream? It's a lot of work to Twitch stream. I know he does Facebook Live videos, and so maybe that's easier for him. It takes a certain amount of technical ability to do Twitch that a lot of artists don't know about. Okay, let's do Axe Girl for that one. It seems like you guys like those two-handed long-range weapons. Okay. And then we've got these guys. These are, I don't remember what these ones are called, but they had this like bird feather thing on their heads. They all did. So we've got Big Sword Girl. We've got Sword and Knife Girl. We've got Axe Boy and Shield and Whip Boy. That sounds wrong. Which one do you guys like of him? Soul de Vallejo. That is true. Exactly. So those are those guys. Pole and Axe Dude. So that one. Okay. So far we're leaning toward all axes and things. All right. Okay. We got 4 more to show you. We have double axe wielding guy. We've got, I guess that's some sort of sickle and whip guy. Double sickle girl, which I think she's really cool looking. She's got a mask on. And then drum girl. So pick one of those. Which ones do you guys like? Have you noticed I've been going with the first one that you guys pick? Okay. You like Whip Boy? Is that the same one as before? Or is it Mask with a Sickle? Okay, I like her as well. Let's paint her first. Wait, I'm missing one. There, it's this one. Okay, so these are the 4. One from each kit. I'm excited. And I'm going to go with her first. So, let me get my brush out. I've got a Citadel layer brush for just putting on paint. And where's my other brush? And I've got this wonderful Winsor Newton miniature series. It's pretty good for details. I need one more brush. Probably another Winsor Newton. Let me look in my brushes. This says Hanger 18 Miniatures. I got that at ReaperCon. You like Citadel? I do too. You know, Citadel brushes, they're pretty nice for what you pay for. Because they're not really crazy expensive. Ooh, this is a Winsor Newton number 2. It's big. It's really nice for, you know, it's funny because you would think that a brush this big would not be good for details, but watch this. Let me put the water on it. Okay, so it doesn't matter if I can get that to a nice crisp point. All of that wonderful brush length is going to hold a reservoir of water in it, and it's going to make painting really nice because it will not dry out on my brush. So I'm going to use that one. I need one more brush. I do need like a number 1 or a 0. Am I going to ReaperCon? I am not. I'm sorry, Falcon Punch Drunk. I am going to be going to Dragonfall Con at the end of the month, and it's about the 22nd is the date I believe I'm going. It is in St. Charles, Illinois. It's a really small gaming con. Oh, there we go. There's a Winsor Newton number 1, brand new. Oh, I'm excited. You can hear it in my voice. Dragonfall Con invited me to headline at their convention, and because I could not afford to go to ReaperCon because we went to Europe instead this summer, Dragonfall Con is so close and so short, it was way more affordable for us. Well, mostly me. I'm just the only one going to be going. But yeah, Joe Orteza is going to be teaching sculpting, and Sam Lenz, and I think Drew Drescher might be teaching painting as well. It's going to be a pretty cool lineup of Illinois painters. I think Sam is from Wisconsin, but that's close enough. He's from Kenosha, so it's all in the tip. Yes, exactly. This is my number 1. In fact, I'm not even going to touch this number 1 until later. I'm going to use for basing this right here. This is my Citadel, and it's just good enough. All right, so I'm looking at her. I'm going to do all of her skin first because that is going to be easiest. And I'm going to move everything. This is some basic flesh. I also have my pale skin. Oh, cat hairs. Woo! Big balls of cat hairs. And I need my olive, because I like to use my olive, even though she's got a mask on. I'm going to go with Ardennes green for my olive, and then I need one more flesh tone, which I think I'm going to go with Resurrection Flesh. And that's my triad plus my undertone, my underpainting. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do all of them flesh first, as much as I can. And so we're gonna start with our green. And Ardennes green, let's see if it's gonna come out. Yep, it is coming out nice. Put the Resurrection Flesh. Alright, Whippoorwill, come on back whenever you're set. We're happy to have you. And this is Basic Flesh. Now this one is by the Finalizing Games, so it's a little thinner. This one is going to need to be shaken a lot more, because it is a regular scale color. And I'm just putting them on my palette so I have everything ready. Oh, that reminds me. So I primed all of these guys, but I also primed a Warhammer Primaris Apothecary, and I am going to be doing a special cross-promotional stream with Electric Eve and Nikki Coles. The three of us are all going to be painting the same apothecary, and what we'll do is we're going to have sort of like a cross promotional giveaway where everybody's going to have a chance to enter to win one of our Primaris apothecaries, which is going to be really fun. You'll be able to have more chances to enter by watching each one of our streams, and we're going to be streaming at different time zones, so you may or may not enter all three, or you may just enter one, whatever, or two, however. Alright, so I've got my paints on here, and I'm just going to show you. I'm going to go ahead and spread this out a little bit, because I want to create basically a thinned out version of tones, and I'm going to mix in the middle here, sort of a mid-tone between those, right? Oops, too much water there. Sort of. It's not wanting to mix as much. Here, pull some more this way. There we go, that's a mid-tone. So you've got your mid-tones, and then the green, of course, goes on first as our base. Alright. All of the greens are going to become our appreciated base, like underpainting. And we're going to paint all of the skin tones that way. I'm painting. You've been away too long. I have not painted Primaris yet, Raging Again. It's a future promotion. We haven't started yet. I'm just letting you know it's something that is going to be in the works for the stream. That's something that we're all excited about. We're waiting on Electric Eve to get her Primaris apothecary. And Nikki and I already have ours. Mine is primed and ready to go. And I'm just going to have to figure out exactly how to paint him. I did prime him white, so that way at least the white part is already ready. Alright, see, I get the back of her neck and her ears. Yes, Verdaccio, Williams Clay. That's exactly the name of this. The name of this technique is called Verdaccio. It's an Italian oil painting, or acrylic actually, technique that goes way back. There's another type of underpainting you can do where it's just black and white, and that's called grisaille. If you Google both of those terms, you can find out, information on how it's done. But you can also, watch this. I can't decide. Do you think I should make leggings for her or bare legs? I will set her aside and let you guys decide. And meanwhile, this dude, what is on the back of his hand? He's got something on the back. Oh, it's just like a little rough spot. Maybe it's arm hair or something coming down his wrist. Leggings, I think, well, we got two for bare legs. Yeah, it's true. You know, but everybody, all the guys are all covered up. It's so unequal. I think if we do a bare-legged girl, we're gonna do a bare-legged guy. Okay, is that fair? I'll switch out and maybe. I guess he's still got a lot covered, doesn't he? Maybe this guy. We'll make this guy bare-legged if we make her bare-legged. That actually wouldn't look bad. I could deal with that. Let's be sexist for once. Yeah, because Kingdom Death at least is equally sexist. Because did you guys know that they're coming out with male pinups, which I will be painting lots of them if I get a chance, because I feel like we have to make up for all the girls. We need to paint the sexy guys. That's always been a goal of mine. Alright, I'm gonna leave this right there. Now you can see the way I directed my white when I primed this was all around, like, ooh, I missed this spot right here, but I basically did it in like kind of a sphere, so all of the light is hitting him as if it's coming from the lantern. And I did that. None of these others have lanterns, but he does specifically, so we will give him lantern glow on his armor and on his skin. Yeah, the Goblin King. Oh, the Goblin King, both the male and the female are amazing. They're probably my two favorite pinups. And actually, the female Butcher pinup is really amazing as well. I really love her. I'm I'm excited because I signed up for I'm blanking. Frog Dog Pledge, which means I'm getting all of the new pinups and pretty much all the new content. So that's a lot of stuff, which is another reason why I got to get this stuff painted soon, because if I don't get on it. Should we make this guy's legs showing? I think we should. I think we will. No. We're going to give him, just like we're going to give her, bare legs. He's got thigh highs on. Woohoo! By the way, did you notice like all the male pinups have kind of boots on? I kind of like that. Show all the legs. Hey, Williams Clay is now following. Thank you so much for the follow, William. I'm going to write your name down. Let's see. Let's write it way up here. Williams Clay. Woohoo! Thank you so much. Welcome. Welcome to Thigh Highs for Men. There we go. Okay. And same thing for this dude. All the legs for everybody. Does he have bare feet? He does. Oh my god, bare feet. Little toes. It's crazy. In Kingdom Death, you'd get your feet scratched off and eaten in 2 seconds. Man. By the way, speaking of Kingdom Death, I am going to be organizing a Kingdom Death game this weekend for Mike and I, and I'm going to try to get 2 of our friends to join us, and so I will have adventures to tell you guys about. I'm excited about that. Williams Clay says, you know me, this is the first time I've caught you live on stream. Emmy and me are the ones that are going to make the gear grids and stuff. Oh yeah, that's right. That's awesome. Those are the ones that we got from you, right? I want to make sure I've got the right William. Okay. Ooh, almost dropped it. Legs, legs, legs. Hey, Red Wombat. Are you in Australia by chance? Is that a dumb question? I'm a big fan of Australians. How are you? Painting more skin. This guy has lots of skin on him. Look at this. I really like, I can't tell. I think, oh yeah, he's got, there we go. Nottingham, UK. Okay, that's fair. I like people from the UK too. I do collect Australians though. So, you're lucky. You will not be added to the collection. Hey, Weird Brush. Yes, it is. How are you? We're painting. I'm in a great mood today. I had a coffee. I'm wired for sound right now. I'm like, it's such a good morning. I'm actually, this is our, you guys haven't, most of my Monday people have not seen me in the afternoon, much less on coffee in the afternoon. And so this is an exciting time. Lots of energy, lots of hype. You live right near the sheriff of Nottingham's castle? Oh, that's very cool. Very historical, huh? I have a lot of friends that live in the Midlands, and so my plan. Aw, Flickster! Hello, and hello everyone from Flix Chat. Welcome. I hope that you had a good stream. We are painting crazy armed and armored survivors from Kingdom Death. Lots of mad hype for Flickster. As if you're in my Monday stream much, you know that I host him almost every chance I get, and you are being so awesome by rehosting me. Thank you. Hey, Captain Healthio, I'm doing good. I had a coffee this morning, and I had a really good morning, so I'm like really hyper, and I've got lots of energy for this stream, so I'm excited. We're painting like undertones on skin right now. Yay! All the love. Aw. Captain Healthio is now hosting me. Thank you. Captain Healthio, do you have a stream of your own? I want to give you a hype if you are. Shattered Skull Studios is here to watch. Yes, hopefully you're feeling better. You're totally jealous of all my KD models? Janae! Thank you so much for the host, Janae. Wie geht es dir? Mein deutscher Freund. You do? Aw, thank you for the cheer. Thanks, Painting Cricks. Follow Captain Healthio. In fact, I'm going to follow you right now. I don't know if I am yet or not. I'm going to check. Let's see. View info. I'm going to add you as a friend first. View info. It looks like I might be following you. I cannot see. Oh, there we go. All right, now you're followed, Captain. Now I'll get alerts for whenever you're on. Hey, Flick. Hey. We just got a new follower. Where was it? Ah. Rainer just subscribed. Thank you so much. And then Guillotinus is now hosting me as well. Gosh. Shoshie or not Shoshie, Flick, did you have a good stream? I heard the baby squealing a lot. She sounded the most cutest I've ever heard her. She's like squeaking. It didn't show you following me, Painting Cricks? Okay, well, thank you so much. Oh, that reminds me. I'm so hyper now on this coffee that I've forgotten to write people down. How terrible. Ah! Let me make sure I didn't miss somebody. I don't know. I don't think I did. Did we get a new follower? It was emotional. Oh, and my mic is peaking. Yeah, I've been too loud. I'm sorry. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit more. Okay, hopefully that's better. Mike's like, don't yell into the mic. This has been a problem for me. I get overly excited. And again, I am warning everybody that I am on a small Starbucks coffee today. That is why I'm a little bit hyper. A little bit, just a little bit. I haven't drunken. I haven't had coffee for probably a month or two because I had to quit. Oh, am I still peaking or am I good now? All right, let's go back to our Citadel brush and our basing. This is the Citadel layer brush. Yeah, lots of love. And also, Danae77 is also a streamer. And if you happen to speak German, he is bilingual and can speak both German and English on his streams, which I enjoy because I speak ein bisschen Deutsch. Ja, schlechtlich. I dropped my brush. I'm back. Have I read my post up there? We'll get well soon and set up your stream in the new apartment. Awesome. That's good. You have to let me know. Sorry, I missed your message. I was being distracted. There's a lot of people. Weirdbrush is bilingual, speaks gibberish and nonsense. Well, that sounds like you. And you speak British English as well, right? Okay, she's got shoes on, so she does not get bare feet. Bare arms, though, yes. Ring the bell, shame, ring the bell. What are you? Nein, ich verstehe es auch. Das ist ja gut. Nein. You understood me? That's good. Yeah, but my accent's bad. Alright, so all of that is protected. We've got a little bit back here of her neck and her ears. She's got an adorable face. Look at this face. Can you see that? I'm gonna try the best I can to make a smooth layer of green on her face because I don't want to cover up any beautiful details. Get that as smooth as I can. There we go. German for runways, English for vague. Geläufene? Is that right? That's great. Captain Healthio says, what skin technique I'm using? You saw me doing it before, but it's called Verdaccio. Let me write that down for you guys so you can look it up. And it is a fine art technique. But just because if you Google it and you find fine art resources, go ahead and read them anyway, because it's going to apply the same way toward mini painting. Verdaccio, it's Italian. Laufen. There we go. Yeah, the way I paint skin tones is very much like a 2D painter, and that's how I should get kind of a realism sort of look. And there isn't, you don't have to paint yours this way. It's just the typical way that I do it. And I like to teach it because I don't think anybody else out there is currently teaching it. Or if they are, they're not doing a lot of teaching of it. So, and like I said, I did not invent it. This has been around for millennia, maybe even since the Renaissance at least. They've been using it. I know that Rembrandt used Verdaccio and Grisaille, I believe. He's old, right? Take care. It's Yeah, oh, I did mess it up. Ah, thank you. Millennia gets a point. Actually, she gets 5 points for being helpful and helping. Whenever you catch me in a making a mistake or adding something helpful to the stream, you get some points. Okay, let me write this out again. Millennia, Berdaccio. There we go. That's the correct Italian way to say it. And Millennia gets 5 points. Thank you, Millennia. Millennia, let me spell that right. With 1 L. There. Millennia 38. There we go. Oh, it's pronounced K? Berdaccio? Berdaccio? Are you sure? Berdaccio. Okay, I trust you. I know less Italian than probably you do. All right. So, let's see. We're going back to her. All right, we got all but her hand painted. Little hand right here. There we go. All right. Oh, and that arm. I totally missed that arm. See, this is why I like to paint my minis in kind of clumps like this, where when we're speed painting, we're sort of painting all the skin and all the leather. And that way, hopefully, I won't miss any bits. Yes. Okay, so that guy is completely covered as well. And yep, and we're going to give her legs as well. So we talked about giving everybody bare legs. Millennia, you have gold stars. Yep, I will give them to you after the stream, unless Cosmo, you want to gift her some and I'll pay you back. That way, I only need to gift one person. I think it's give or gift. I cannot remember the command. I'll have to look. No worries. Yeah, I'm pretty good. I save the little papers whenever I write these down. I save these, and even if I don't give them to you like right away, I will. They do get given to you before I do any kind of giveaways or anything. So I always make sure to top everybody up where they're supposed to be. I can tell these are really. Oh, it just looks like legs. It's good. There we go. You know, I need to do streams on caffeine more often. This is really helping me. All right, we got all of her ready. Okay, let's go with him. Now we've got our blends, but you can see this is kind of make a mid-tone right there. Something in between those two. Pull it out this way. Glutinous gets his hat and heads for the door. Aw. Bye, Glutinous. Thank you so much for the host. And hope I see you again soon. There we go. There's a mid-tone right there of that one. Yeah, thank you so much, Cosmo. That was awesome of you to do that. All right. Now I've got my Winsor Newton number 1. Hey, Lathias, how are you? Alright, so I'm going to start with that first color, Resurrection Flesh. It's the darkest. And I'm pretty much glazing. Can you see how thin that is? I'm going to show you on here. This is how thin it is. It's like almost like a filter. That's about as thick of paint as you want. So it is way more water, and I would estimate you kind of have to eyeball it, but you just want to just layer it on top as a now we're highlighting, basically, is what it is. Now I'm not going to do any of his neck because that's going to stay more, well, that's not true actually. I'm going to give it a little bit of his neck. But I'm leaving all of the green that's closest to the armor. And then anywhere there's a bump, like a muscle bulge or anything, you're gonna go ahead and make sure the paint is on the apex of that. So like when I pick up my brush like this, the paint goes to the top. Same thing, I'm pulling toward the middle of the muscle and the elbow. And it's okay if it looks a little splotchy right now. Yeah, my bot just sent a link out to my server that anybody is welcome to join. If you're I think followers mostly can chat on it. I think you have to be a follower in order to chat. Uh-oh, I just realized he's a little bit wiggly. We're gonna get out the magical Bondic. This is the UV glue that I'm gonna put right there under his foot a little bit. Light up. So the light cures it. You guys who watched me put these together. He's still a little bit wiggly. All I did was put these on here with just a little bit of plastic glue, and it wasn't quite enough. So the Bondic will help keep him on here. Might have to do some super glue. Yeah, exactly what Cosmo says. You can join it, and you can post your works in progress. You can get commentary from everybody on the server, not just me. And there are lots of amazing painters on there. Get some feedback, or just if you want to show off, you can say, I just want show and tell. We call it show and tell if you just want to show off, and we call it C&C if you want criticism and commentary. So whatever you're comfortable with, you don't have to put anything. You can just look at other people's work for inspiration too. So it's also a nice little place to chat about minis and about the hobby. Okay. Is he still wiggly? Just a little bit. Everything about him is a little wiggly. Alright, that's better. Right on his knee. So I'm pulling all of the paint toward his knee because that's the apex. That's where I want the paint to deposit itself, because that's what happens. Yeah, you need Bondic. Bondic is amazing. Bondic doesn't have a command yet. We need to give it one. I don't know if it's bondic.com or what, but so if you haven't seen my channel, I found this product at a CVS, which is like a Walgreens or like a drugstore basically here in the States. And I thought, well, it's just probably like another cool glue that works really well. I could just try it. And I got it home and found out that it's not a glue. It's more like a plastic welding compound that they use in dental offices actually for teeth. But they've made it for home use now. And it was $20 for one of these Bondic pens and a tube of material, and then it came with an extra tube of material. You can get it on Amazon.com. And I have fallen in love with how awesome it is. Anybody who knows me knows how impatient I am. And so it's a game changer for me, especially for building stuff and for fixing things. You guys know I'm a big fan. I'm gonna write to them and be like, hey, I kind of love you. Send me some of your products so I can hype you even more. Maybe they would listen. Alright, so I'm gonna let that dry a little bit. We've just missed his hand and his fingers over here. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you guys. I will also be at War Machine Weekend Saturday. It's November 4th. And so that is in St. Louis, but I'm not sure what. It's like a small town outside of St. Louis. But if you want to come see me at War Machine Weekend, I'll probably be teaching a skin tones class there. I'm excited about that. I'm going to get some barbecue. Probably going to bring Tech Mike with me. He doesn't usually come to conventions with me, but it's only a one-day thing, and I thought he could handle, you know, a short time there. Plus, he does play War Machine. He just doesn't play it very much. He doesn't. He put most of his hobby efforts into Star Wars Armada. It is available in Canada because it is a Canadian product. The Bondic is. Yeah, I really should ask them to sponsor my stream. I don't know how much they know about the miniature hobby and how much that, you know, their product would help us. But I should send them like all the clips of the videos, like do a compilation or something of all the clips I've ever done of them. That would probably impress them. I'm just doing a quick oh, Bug King, thank you so much for the subscribe, Bug King. This is your 4th month. Oh my goodness. Which reminds me, we're gonna be giving away Bug King's. He said that he does not have time to do his one-on-one coachings, so I have to set this up with Tech Mike because it's gonna be easier for me if I do it this way. But we're gonna be giving away. I guess since it's 4 months. It's going to be 2 hours of one-on-one coaching. So that's something that's going to be awesome. Why do I put the green on before I do the flesh shade color? Takumi, is it Takumi 13 says. So it's called Verdacchio. Verdacchio, is that right? And it's just an underpainting technique. Now, on his face, I'm not paying as much attention as I probably should. But the green acts as like a cool neutral to the peach flesh, which if you know like the color wheel, green and red are kind of opposites on the color wheel. So the peach is a tint of orange, so it's a warm color. But can you see how as I'm layering this on her leg right there? This part that's close to the skirt or by the knee, it sort of becomes a shadow color, a neutral shadow. When I have all of my skin tones layered up on here, it will actually not read as green at all. It'll just read as kind of a shadow color. Some people use brown. Some people use a reddish color. And that is fine too. It just gives you, some people, did I say that brown already? It just gives you different effects. And for me, so if you look at my skin, there are multiple different tones in my skin tone. I've got blues and stuff because of my veins, and the green helps mimic that translucency that human Caucasian skin has. That right? Land cores? Yay, land cores! Thank you so much for following. Let me write down your name. Yay, I'm so glad you could make it. Oops, I just wrote it myself. So Takumi, I hope that answers your question. I should actually not just assume that I guess for now all of these guys are going to be Caucasian, but I think so. I'll make some of my other survivors different skin tones. We'll do different skin tones for the different 4, because each one of these is from a different armor set. So these will all be Caucasian. So if you go to look at my other starting survivors, you can see that I've done. Hey, Takumi 13, thank you so much for the follow. You can see that I've done a few other skin tones. I've done Asian, I've done, golden. I've done like a brown African tone, and I've also done more of a lighter brown, I believe it was. TAKUMI 13. Woohoo! Thank you so much for the follow. And what is my peach color? I'll show you. Hold on one second. So just to show you, here's my palette. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors technically. This one here is kind of the messed up one. Keeps blurping into the others. The darkest color that I'm using for peach right now is Resurrection Flesh by Fantasy Games Scale Color. And then the middle color here is Basic Flesh by Scale Color. And the final color here is Pale Skin. And that is also Scale Color. And then I mixed this and this together and this together to get 2 more mid-tone colors, which I may or may not need, depending on how I'm doing this. So, you've been using olive drab since you watched me, Bug King? That's awesome. How has that been working out for you? Has that been a successful endeavor? I know that some people have switched. You've been mixing your flesh tones using flat red, yellow, and white. Oh, that's excellent. Good. I should point that out, is that you don't need to ever buy flesh tones if you have those colors that he just mentioned. You can just mix your own. And it's actually a really valuable skill because it really teaches you how to customize, and you can make a variety of skin tones rather than just the one. And it also lets you experiment with light as well. Okay. So see that knee? I want to make sure that's the brightest spot. And her bicep. Yeah, that's awesome, Painting Cricks. I'm glad. Bedtime, Millennia. All right. Well, thanks so much for stopping by, and I hope that you have a good evening. See you next time. Okay. Let's see this. I'm going to pull her up. Hopefully she doesn't blur out too much. Just tell me if she's too blurry. But when I'm painting her face, I'm doing basically on the highlights of her face. It's like a T-zone, just like you would if you're applying makeup, if you've never applied makeup. I flipped her upside down so I could get this half of her cheek okay. Let's see if I got her ear. Nope, I didn't. So her ear is also going to be highlighted as well. And then the jawline. And a little bit of the neck. And do you see how thin that goes on? It's a little bit chalky on this side because I had to put it on upside down. There we go. Still may not end up being perfect on that side. It's not my good side. Okay, that's good enough. Touch my eye. I saw some questions. Nick Claxton, hello. Good, I'm glad I could help you. Your daughter stayed up for few days. Awesome. Electric Eve. Yay. I know that Eve had a show earlier today. Let's see. Yeah, Nick Claxton is I like how PFD, Purple Feather Dilutions. Dilutions, is that right? So, wait a minute, I missed something, Bug King. Oh yeah, for Caucasian flesh, you've not ventured into African skin tones. Okay, we'll do that probably the next time then, because I have lots and lots of survivors to paint, and I like to mix it up. I like to have a multi-diverse group of survivors. Even though technically a lot of the survivors may be pale because we don't really know where they're from, but we do know that there is not any sunlight, just lanterns in the area that they kind of spawn. or whatever. I don't know how you call it in Kingdom Death. I think I talked about earlier, I'm going to be doing a Kingdom Death campaign. I'm starting that Sunday, so I'll be able to tell you about my people's adventures. Hopefully we'll survive. I just noticed she's got, what the heck is on her eyes? I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me see if I can point it. She's got these little dots, like almost like piercings right by each one of her eyes. It's very odd. Kind of cool, but it's interesting. Alright, let me see. Last guy, I think, or last girl. Curious how you do metallic purple. Healthio. So metallic purple, I would definitely, there's a couple ways you could do it. You can get Vallejo Metal Medium. It's just a mica colored, kind of like a neutral mica colored paint, and you can add ink to it, or you can add purple paint to it. It's probably better to add a little ink to it, and you can make a purple metallic, or you can buy a purple metallic. Reaper Master sells it. Scale 75 sells it. Vallejo, I believe, may sell it. I'm not sure. And there is also a company that I bought really amazing metallics from. What's the name of it? It's on Amazon. And it's called, oh my goodness, it's Lumiere by Jacquard. Let me write that down. Hopefully I'll spell it right for you guys. Metallic paints, and there you can get like 10 paints for $10. Lumiere, I think that's how Lumiere, is that right? Somebody spell check me if you buy Jacquard. I think that's right too. That's probably wrong. Check that in Amazon. Lumiere by Jacquard. They've got opalescent, and they've got some they've got 2 sets, and they're both $10 each, and they're really, 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 really beautiful metallic paints that I highly recommend. And I found those at the art store at dickblick.com, so you can also get them through them, but it's cheaper to go through Amazon. Okay, let me see. I'm missing people. Yeah, so that was my metallic purple. Bud King says, what are the basic colors for African skin? Pink skin tones are usually easy for you to understand. Making pink and peach are easy enough. Okay, we might have to stop and show you. Bud King, yes, this is, I don't know if this is the head of the armor set, but all of these are different armor sets. Each one of these is a different armor set. That's the Screaming. There's, I think this is the leather set, the rawhide set, and I don't remember. This one is the lantern set, I think. I don't remember exactly. But it's 4 different sets, and each guy is from a different set. Purple Feather Delusion says, me and Dad, Nick Claxton, are watching you together tonight. Yay, painting together for a few days. That's awesome. Do you guys have a public holiday coming up? Or I know that Germany has a public holiday tomorrow. I'm going to be painting with one of my good German friends, hopefully. And if you signed up with me for $24.99 subscription, message me right away so we can get our what is it called? One-on-one coaching session. We need to set that up. So I have best times are Tuesdays and Thursdays when I'm not streaming, and on the weekends when I'm not streaming. So the sooner I can get all of my subscribers set up, we can start those coaching sessions. Okay, thank you so much, Love Minis. Yeah, these are those are our good paints. That's the Lumiere by Jacquard. Yes. Oh, thank you. Did I spell it? I knew I was spelling it wrong. Oh, thank you. And so we get Purple Feathered gets 5 points. Dilutions. Delusions. There we go. And this is with the C. Lumiere by Jacquard. Yeah, CQUARD. There we go. I try. You might have to get yourself, yeah. You know, let me see if I can find it real quick, but I did my, what was it? The dung beetle night I did with the Lumiere by Jacquard and some inks, and I want to show you how he turned out. I was very happy. He's not done yet because I still need to paint the dung ball, but the actual beetle is mostly done. I'm gonna link him from my Instagram and show you guys how he turned out with those metallics, because he's nearly all metallics. Here he is. Okay, share. Share. Here we go. Copy. And I will link him on Twitch for you guys. Oops, that's the wrong app. There's a Twitch Messenger app and there's a Twitch app, and I get them mixed up. Okay, here we go. Chat. Paste. Okay, so you can take a peek at my Instagram. Which head are you talking about? Is it this one? So this head did not come with the ponytail. I glued the ponytail on. But this is a mask, and I think it's from... see, it's the same one as this. So this is... I can't remember. I think that's the rawhide. I could swear it's either rawhide, but anyway, I glued the ponytail on her. She's got a mask on. Just wanted your name up there. That's awesome, Purple. That is totally fine. Anytime anybody is a helpful student, it's super easy to get your name up here. Yay, Purple Feather Delusions. I'm always looking to get, you know, if I make a spelling error, that's a really easy way to get your name up here. Correcting me. No public holidays. Dad's off for the week and you're staying for a few days before you finish your maternity leave. Oh wow, I didn't know you were pregnant. That's amazing. Or you maybe just had a baby? Was that it? That'd be fun. Get some grandpa time, right, Nick? The one with the bits next to his eyes? Oh, this girl. Yeah, I think she's from the leather kit, but yeah, I don't have any clue what her head was from either. I mean, she also had a ponytail that was glued on. So, I think, yeah, also had a ponytail that was glued on. That was something that I liked about you could really customize hair and stuff. Gambler 42, thank you so much for the follow. How are you? Let's put your name right here. Hopefully looks like a Forsaker mask. It might be a rare drop. Oh, that's very possible. That is a good point. Did my bot shout out Gambler? Gamblor? I think that's how I pronounce it. We'll put that and then change it if I spelled it wrong. Had a baby, she's 8 months. Aw. That's awesome. That's a good time too. That's when they start to chunk out and be little Buddha babies. Fun time. She teething yet? Late to the party? Yeah, you will never know. It's okay because I was late. I was late to the party too. I didn't start streaming until 2:30 p.m. my time. There we go. And I second the Flickster Tech Help. He is by far the most knowledgeable person about the tech end of things. And I would recommend him over me because obviously I have to have my husband do everything. He's way better at that than me. All right. We did see how we left a little bit of that green in there because there is some shadowed spots. Okay, so it seems streaky. That's okay. Watch what we're going to do now. We're taking the second color, which is our basic flesh. Woo! NATO Filter, welcome and thank you for the follow. Let me put your name down. Is it NATO Filter? Is that right? My bot is being dumb and not telling me. Hey, T-Like League. How's it going? Okay, so Screaming Antelope set, Rawhide set. There's a Lantern set. One of these is the Lantern set, and the others is Rawhide, Screaming, and Leather. Leather was the other one. Oh yes, Granddad since January, little Alice. Aw, Alice, I love that name. Before I get too farther into the reading chat again, I wanted to point out that I've got the second color, which is our basic flesh. It is lighter by about a shade, and I'm skipping right over the mid-tone because I don't need to blend that just yet. So I'm going straight to that second color, and I'm just going to make a smaller layer of highlight. And now I go back into that sort of mid-tony color if I need to. So see how I'm blending that up into a higher highlights. And same thing up here. And I'm pulling it down by the knee because technically the kneecap would be where I want the most pigment to end up, right? And then same thing on the back of the knee here. There's a little, you know, the back of your knee has like a little bulge sort of thing. There we go. So that is already looking nice. And again on the top of the bicep. Not bothering with the bottom of the bicep too much, but I will do the back of the arm on the top. What's up on chat? Do I ever go back in and do washes with the green? I do, but it's not usually necessary on the smaller minis like this. What I will do though, I will probably go back in with a Reichland Flesh shade, and that will mix with the green, which you're going to see here in a minute. As soon as I get this layer, I need to let this layer dry. I will put this layer on, and then I will put on a layer of Reichland Flesh shade before I put my final highlight on to create my deepest shadow. Now, do you see how I'm doing the fingers? I make sure I try not to cover up all of that green because that gives me my individual little finger definitions, right? Especially once we get the highlights in there. I'm going to take my glasses off. This is a glasses off situation. Try to get each one of those fingers defined better, and the thumb. And the top of her arm a little bit better because it was streaky. Alright, keeping my glasses off. Now I've got this is my mid-tone, and I'm going to go again on her face on the cheekbones and on the nose. That's too thick right there, so I need to water down my brush just a little bit and pull that down so it's not a line. You see how that did that? Now I flip it over so I can reach the other side of her face and attempt to blend that, and it always looks like junk. So I'm gonna just try to paint it like this. That's much better. And then on the eyebrow, on the brow, like up here. So basically, here, let me flip. Show you guys. Oh, I'm washed out. So on your forehead, you're gonna have basically some highlights here and here, but you don't need to worry about that just yet. On such a small mini, it's just gonna be like right here, like a T-zone, and here. And so like chin, follow the nose, and a little bit on the forehead. So, and you can totally see that it's getting sunnier in my window, which is washing me out a bunch. Let me see if I can adjust that for you guys. Hang on while I fiddle with that. Is that better? It's a little dark. Might just have to leave it. Alright, go back to the mini painting so I know that at least that you can see fine. You make mistakes in game? Yep, glasses off. Thanks, Danae. You look fine, don't stress too much. Thanks, Bug. I appreciate it. Mike just gets on my case. He'll tell me after the fact, and so he wants me to like be more conscious of my production values. So, and I am going to be applying for Twitch partnerships now that you guys have helped me get 100 sub points, which I'm still so grateful for. So you can see like I've got her cheekbones, chin, brow, a little bit of ears. I want to make sure to get her jawline too, because so with males you can have it be a lot more definition. You can keep, but with her I want her to have a soft face, so I want to make sure that cheekbone is blended in. With a guy you can have a sharp thing, but the more sharp edges you have on a female's face, the older and the more masculine she may end up looking. So if you are a guy, you are naturally attuned to painting male features onto female faces, just because that's what you look at in the mirror every day. And so you're used to seeing masculine features. I do the same thing. I paint feminine features on men. I make their faces too soft. And so you have to kind of switch your brain. And remember, soft for women, less angles, and more angles and more sharpness for men. All right, so that's, I don't like this side of her face very much, but we're just gonna have to deal because this shield is in the way. We get her? Nope. Ooh. Yeah, exactly. Purple feathered is exactly right. It's just like putting makeup on, and in fact, if you want some tutorials on face painting, the best thing you could do is go watch YouTube makeup contouring tutorials. You will learn a lot about how to paint faces. And that's actually where I learned. When I was in high school, I was the makeup theater makeup crew head. And so I learned how to put makeup on, and it's all designed so that you can see a face from a distance. And it's extreme contouring. And that's basically what you're doing for mini painting, because you want that extreme contrast, right? Her legs are really white, man. All right, I'm going back into that original color because it looks like I forgot the back of her legs a little bit. That's okay because they're shadowed, huh? Did I miss anything? Nope, people are checking points. Too bad men don't put on makeup too much. It just depends. I guess if they're in theater, they still have to. In fact, one of the funny things about being makeup crew head is I would have to put makeup on the guys, and they would complain when I did that. The eyeliner and stuff, they would cry. I liked making the boys cry in school because they would whine about having to wear eyeliner and eye mascara and stuff. Like, come on. I said, you can put it on yourself. He said it makes it easier, but they couldn't do it. In technical theater, most makeup artists are female. Is that true? I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. I've thought it would be really cool to do, here in town to do theater and to do makeup for theater, but I just don't have the time. And anybody who knows anybody who's in theater, they spend so much time at it. Like, so much of their free time is spent at the theater. Okay, do you guys see how I did this a different direction? It's just helping me get a little bit more coverage. And that's a good way to approach it. Is if you're having trouble getting coverage, wait till it goes bone dry and then go the other direction. There we go. I'm gonna get her ear. Wait, I gotta take glasses off. And her neck. Somebody do the glasses off. And the whole bottom of her chin. An ear. And if I get some of her mask, that's okay, because I'm gonna go back and cover it up with other colors of paint. Just like I did where I messed up on her hair right there. Okay. That's enough for her. So we got the girls all done. Yeah, exactly. You have to have the everything accentuated on stage. It is demanding. You must do a lot of theater work. That's right. I forgot about that. It's just so time consuming. Especially if you're actually in the production. If you are actually an actor or something, that's just like all your time. And I guess for me, like, as much as I wanted to do it, I didn't want to be away from my family that much. So I'm glad I get to paint, and especially stream with Mike, because we get to spend time together. I'd rather be gaming. Okay. Tiger's Dark dropped me a whisper. I missed it. Let me see if I can find it up here. Why am I not seeing my whispers? Hold on. All right, Captain Healthio, thank you. I'm glad that you got to stop by. And now that I'm following you, I'll be able to catch your stream, so I'm excited to see that. The chest of the figure is uncovered? Which chest? Oh, you're right. I missed it. Oh, who said that? The Bug King gets some points. There we go, Bug King. And if I haven't mentioned before, if you are ever interested in seeing some cool terrain videos, Bug King does his own stream, so you can throw him a follow. Like this little keyhole thing. We'll let that dry before we get the other colors of that in there. People getting confuzzled. You know what? I cannot. Hold on. Let me check my phone. Maybe that'll let me see my whispers. Because for some reason my whispers are not showing up on my. There it is. I see it. Did you whisper to me directly, Tigress? Because all I see is alerts on my thingamabob, and somebody just Super Stank 101 just subscribed. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Thank you so much for the subscription, Super Stank. You are great. That's an awesome. Everybody gives Super Stank 101 some hype. Hype. That is awesome. And is this your first subscription, Super Stank? I'm excited for you. You get my heart emote. The Black Magic 0. Black Magic O. Let me write your name down as a new follower. Thank you so much. There we go. I like to write down new followers, and I write down helpful students. The helpful students get stars too. Thank you. Hype for those guys. Yeah. Yay. Yeah, and Bug King, if I don't give you points now, I will after the stream at some point. Oh no, check that out. I totally forgot to glue. Where is my... Here it is. Oops, this is my plastic glue right here. Which I forgot to add to this guy. Speaking of which, I hate to be a beggar on my own stream, but does anybody have any extra of these? Josh the Mad Titan! Josh the Mad Titan, I thought you were already following me, but thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. Guys, Josh the Mad Titan is also a streamer. I don't know, am I following you? I think I am. Let me see. Does it say? The Shoshie bot keeps telling me different stuff. Josh. I could have swore I have followed you before. Yeah, I couldn't believe it either. That's okay. I forgive you. Anyway, does anybody have any of these? You have tons of bases? Because I am missing like 4 for my... the only set I have left is this Phoenix set, and I don't have enough bases for it. So maybe we can trade something, Bug King. She's using the word streamer loosely. Okay, I could have swore you streamed. You stream. I don't know. Ugh, this is not the brush I want to use, is it? I'm going to use the smaller miniature series. Alright, thank you so much. The real Flickster is now following. Okay, I want to know what you did with Flickster, if this is the real Flickster. The real Flickster. Flick E-R-R. That's pretty impressive. Welcome. You are the real Flickster, duh. Okay. Okay. I need some kind of verification, some kind of proof that you are the real Flickster. Ah, okay. Weird brush. I want to thank you for whispering, Tigress. I appreciate that. I will give you points as well for helping me out. Here we go. Weird brush. Kingdom Death size. Love minis. Yes. We can ask Alexi, but I'm pretty sure she can affirm or deny. Yeah, that's true. I absolutely adore bananas and lederhosen. Yeah, but everybody knows about that. That's not something that, you know, really verifies you to me. Anybody who watches Flickster knows that already. Something that's going to be a little less commonly known Like, what's my daughter's name? Because I know Flickster knows. Don't anybody tell him. Would you ever do a tour of my mini studio? Yeah, I'm not sure how that would work. But I could maybe, how would you feel if I did like a separate video? I could do a live video of it through Facebook and then upload it at some point to, I think I could do that. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. But I could do a video of it and then upload it to Twitch. That would probably be the closest thing. Joe? No, my daughter's name is not Joe. That's funny. Get the chest of this figure too? Not this one. Which one? No. Oh, you're right. Oh. I thought it looked weird. We will put that green on that. Thank you, Bug King. That makes a lot more sense. I just don't like this big seam right here between his arms. Alright, let him dry. And the back. Yeah, I got the back. The shield side. Okay. This guy is mostly armored. Yes, Teague like League. We have the same daughter's name. Yeah, Flick got burned. See, the real Flickster really knows my daughter's name. My daughter had it first. That's right. You know what's funny, Teague, is that, I will give you a hint, Flickster, by the way, is that our daughters had the most common, popular girl baby name. And what's funny about it is that the year that my daughter was named, it was not popular until after she was born. And then all of a sudden, it was the most common name ever. And I was like, oh my gosh, what have I done? The Pickle Flick. The Pickle Flick. Is that like Pickle Rick? Ah, the Pickle Flick. You just want to see me write that. Oh wait, I'm Pickle Flick. Pickle Flick, KKK. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Who wouldn't call their daughter Joe? Yeah, no, not really. That's not me really anyway. Okay. So we've been spending all our time on skin. I hope nobody minds about that. I'm going to show you now. We're missing this girl. We got that guy. Is he dry? He's dry. We'll quickly throw on some basing on him. Like I said, these don't have to be perfect because they're mine. And the only person whose opinion matters is mine. Which means I'm totally okay if these are just good enough to get on the table. Because I'd rather have them done than just, you know, sitting on sprues like they have been since I got them. Alright, that's good enough. What the hell? Yeah. So, Bug King, if you missed Flickster's birthday celebration, he had 1 million people make these alt accounts and stuff, and it was hilarious. Alright, I have Ryclin Flesh Shade in my hand, and I am going to actually have a little thing. Hang on one second before I... One of my followers and one of the people on air sent me that amazing pot to hold my wash so I don't drop it everywhere. It's Emma. No, it's not Emma. I did not name my daughter Emma. So I'm just putting the Flesh Shade on. That layers. And again, I'm not being super picky about We're just getting enough in. See how we need all those. Ooh, get the bubble out of his eye. It really just blends all of the different shades that we just painted. Alright, so that one's done. This was before you know of Alizé. Alizé. That's funny. Emma, is Flickster's baby, not mine. Right? That's totally different kid, I'm sorry to say. Okay, too much Reichland flesh shade. That's when it looks terrible. Rinse it off. Go back in and use the brush as a mop to pick up the excess. And somewhere is a paper towel I can blot on. Here's one. Ah! Okay. There, see how I pull that extra flesh shade off and pull it into the crevices so that way you're not getting those dark spots everywhere. Skin is super, yeah, it is. And you know what, I find that people rarely ever complain about yet another skin tone video because it's one of those things that people seem to love learning about over and over again. And like I said, we'll do, this is our Caucasian skin. We will do the other skins another time. Yeah, that blends it. It just something nice. Now we're gonna go over that chest. It's a little bit too green for me. That's okay. And the bare feet. He's got the bare feet. Cover those biceps. Okay, last one, girl. Squishes, Emma, yes. Ella, sorry. You're right, Ella. And my daughter's name is Sophia. Like I said, the common baby girl name from the year she was born until pretty much even now. I think it's still the #1 baby girl name. So everybody has her name now in her, like there's multiple Sophias in her grades. A lot of younger girls are named Sophia too. Okay, we have got some good starts on our flesh. Hopefully, first guy we started is dry. Is he dry? Yes. Now, his face looks awful. So I'm going to take the glasses off. I'm going to set the shade away. Cover that and set that aside. Okay, we've got glasses off. I'm going to really go in here with my lightest highlight now. And I'm going to hit all of my brightest areas. And I'm also going to go back in with my mid-tone, because that is really too light. I need something darker than that. Whew, that is bright. Okay. He's just got kind of a rough sculpt face in the first place, so he's gonna look a little bit weird. What should we name him? We should need to give him a name. How about we will name him Simon? I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna go back in there with the green under his eyes. I feel like I lost something in his... We're gonna go back in there, get those shadows a little bit more. Okay, let's go ahead and highlight his hands. Again, I have to keep my glasses off, which means I cannot watch chat for a moment. We can highlight that lovely mold line that I managed to leave on his hand. Lovely mold lines are lovely. Not. That's okay. Remember I told you these are mine? I would never leave a mold line on someone else's mini. Only my own, because I am hashtag lazy ass when it comes to my own stuff, because I just want to get it done. I just want it done. Okay. Let's see. And now I go back in here with this darker color and we're going to polish. I don't know polish if the right word, but we're going to give it one more highlight of his legs. It's a little bit too thin back here to my tastes. All right, I got to check chat because I can tell you guys are just like blah, 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 blah. Hold on. What'd I miss? You've met a few with the last name, but never the first. You must find this person. There can be only one. I've never met another Shoshana with Bauer as the last name that spells it the same way as I do. Yeah. Bye, Zenared13. Thanks so much for stopping by. Hope that you had an enjoyable time watching the stream. Yeah, I never met anyone named Bug either. Actually, I have met a girl named Bug. That was her nickname. All right. That is gonna be just about good enough, I think, for him. And let's go to her, and we're gonna get this. Now watch this. I'm going to take the lightest color and see how I'm going to highlight up her knee. Right there. Here's her knee. And then we're going to blend it. See how I keep going back to the kneecap, and when I pick it up, I end on the kneecap. And what that does is that deposits most of that color on the knee. Same thing. I'm gonna... Oh, we got a follower, maybe? Dr. Ring, thank you so much for the follow. Let's write your name down. Dark a ring. Woo! Welcome. Hey, Rashar BR, how are you? Like Gertrude, yeah. Hello. We're trying to paint skin today on Kingdom Death survivors of different armor types. We're getting very there we go. So I'm having to kind of go back and forth between the light and the midtones so that I can not make it too streaky. It's a little bit thin, so I want to make sure to keep. You see how I'm using the same brush stroke, and that's what's keeping it relatively even for me. Okay, now on her hand, using the lighter again, taking my glasses off, I'm gonna try to paint just the tops of her knuckles, right here and here. You don't need to get all of them because the light is mostly going to hit the top of her hand, and the same thing there. Just like that, and just like this on her knee. See how I bring that sort of like little circles, kind of. The what is it? Not P3. This is not P3. Sorry, this is the scale 75. So it does layer a lot differently. It glazes better, but it layers a lot differently than the P3. And you actually might find this technique way easier with P3. Okay, now here's where my extreme highlights are going to be okay to be, because there we go. We'll give her a little cleavage there. That's okay. And all of these little fingers here, I'll be checking chat in just 1 second. I can see you guys talking. I can see it. T says Sophia fell into 5th place in 2017. Oh, that's awesome. 5th place for what? Did I miss something? And you got to take a nap? That's okay, no problem. It is very close to ending the stream anyway, Bug King, so you're not going to miss much. We've only got about 15 minutes or so left, so that's good. Thank you so much for dropping by. I'm glad you could make it. Now, again, glasses off. This little thumb right there. And the ear. Well, wait, I want to go back to that mid-tone color because this is actually pretty shadowed. We're not going to have a whole lot of skin tone that's light back here. But we will still have skin tone, but not, it just won't be super, super light. Once we get all of this mask and hair painted, it will look really nice together. Alright, she's done enough, and I did that guy, and then there's this guy. Okay, now go ahead and paint that collarbone and I guess his chest here. We need a darker color, washed, basically glazed. I didn't do enough of the original color on here. There we go, that's much better. You can't quite see it, but the little bits of green, even though it seems like I've covered them up, you can still see them a little bit through it. Subtle. Alright, hand, knee. This is again the lightest color. We're going to put a little bit right there and a little bit on the top of the foot. And I want to blend that because it's looking really smeary right now. Top of the biceps. All of my highlighting areas here. Back with that basic tone here. And the back of the heel. People don't think about that. Now, I want to show you something that is going to bring these guys to life a little bit. I need to find the right color first. So I'm going to take a little, this is deep red, I'm going to take a little bit of this and mix it with my skin tone color. Oops, you gotta shake it first. You should know by now, but how do I prime the black and then pre-shade with the gray? I'll show you that in 1 second, Falcon. I'll show you that right now. Let me show you on a mini that's already primed. So the first thing I do is I prime with black. Everything is completely black. Then the second color is a little, what's left over the black in the cup, and some white. So that gives me that sort of gray. And then last, I put just white, and it will still have a little bit of gray in it, but the white is only for like lamps and direct sunlight and stuff like that. It doesn't need to be white anywhere else unless you're painting something with a very light color. So that's how I do it, and I prime it from like a 10 or 2 o'clock angle, whichever's going to suit the mini most. Like this girl came from 10 o'clock because that's the angle that she's facing, and this one came from like a 2 o'clock, and that's how I do that. And it gives you all of your 3 like basically shading, pre-shading, shadow, light, shadow, medium, and mid-tone and highlight. Does that make sense? Okay, so I have that deep red, and I'm going to mix it. I'm going to show you. I'm going to mix it with just a little bit of my flesh tone. That is too red. Mix more. So red is one of those super powerful colors that you do not need much of. This is about as red as I want it. It's just a little bit more salmon. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to blot it on my paper towel. I'm going to put it on his knees. I want it a little bit more red. I want to put it on knees and elbows and ankles and places like collarbones, places where bones are coming very close to the surface of the skin, because that's also where blood vessels are going to be closest, right? So, and it's going to make them seem way more alive. And on knuckles and hands. Oop, that's probably too much red. Okay. And on feet, tops of feet. You don't have to do this. It's just another step that makes me feel like they're more alive. Plus, that little bit of red is going to counteract with that green in those shadows. And that's what's going to make it feel. So you a little bit on cheeks, tip of the nose, chin. I forgot to mention that too. We can go in and tone all that down again a little bit later as well. I'm being a little bit messy. Sorry, guys. Did I miss some more? Yeah, good night, Bug King. Yeah, I use green and red in my skin tones. Exactly, dark green. And this is just for Caucasian. Well, I mean, I take that back. We probably could use it in other skin tones as well, but primarily Caucasian. See how realistic it already is starting to look? Let's do some on her knuckles, a little bit in between her, whatever that keyhole. Everybody does these little keyhole things. Not going to put any on her face. Maybe a little bit on the backs of her legs. Actually, I'm going to go in here with that regular skin tone because her legs were looking very streaky to me. See the green back here? That's okay. You just don't want the streaky, you don't want it to look streaky, that's all. As long as it's blended well, you can still have it kind of peeking green a little bit. All right, that's good. And then last girl. Now, on her, I'm gonna definitely go in and pink up her cheeks a little bit. She's supposed to look young. You're gonna get the ears, because we always have capillaries in our ears and in our nose. There's some pink on her end of her nose and on her chin. See how nice that looks? A little bit on the bicep. Oh, we didn't get her knees. Are they looking alive yet? This one feels really alive to me. I think she's my favorite so far. Backs of the kneecaps again. Hope you guys are learning. Here's the elbow. A little bit of red on the back of the elbow there. Same one for this one. All right. We got to get the top of that hand. And we got to get the chest. Just missed it. It's okay to have a little bit of pink in here. You see how I'm leaving some of that green? That's the shadow. Let that dry. Gas forged. I'm glad you found us. What do you think? We're doing all kinds of Kingdom Death this week. I've got loads of it, and I'm hopefully gonna paint. You know what? It is 4:25, and I haven't even gotten any armor or any leather at all. But that's okay. We did a whole skin tones tutorial in the 2 hours that we've streamed. Do you guys want me to save this and stream the rest of this Wednesday? Wednesday is my night stream in the US, so it's from 7 to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time or Central Daylight Time, whatever it happens to be. Or I could hold on to these and do these next Monday. It would stretch it out a little bit, and then I could do each set on each set of days. So like, for instance, we'll do another 4 set on Wednesday and just kind of rotate. It's up to you guys. Too many tutorials on the island. Yeah, I know, right, Darky? I know. Gorgeous sculpts, yes. Flower Night. I have the Watcher that I'm going to be painting very soon as well. But I have a zillion of these survivors. So lots of chances of painting these. We got a lot of... I really don't like this guy's face. We're gonna have to work on him. That's a little better. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna work on this guy, and I'm gonna get him painted up so well that you won't even recognize him, because his face is jacked. He's been bit too many times by white lions. Oh! Yeah, Falcon, did I answer your question about the pre-shading? We did black, and then gray, and then the white. And also, if you have lanterns, angle your brush so that you're basically doing kind of a 360, because the light, except for maybe not on the top, but 360 around here. So you're getting like a sphere of airbrush, which I missed right there. So I have to go in with white. We'll go ahead and put that there just so I don't forget. Make it white-ish. There we go. At least it's somewhat white now. It's peach. Alright, since you're new, you're going to use... I'm using airbrush... Yes, I use an airbrush to create my initial pre-shading. And then what you can do then, you can either go ahead and paint like usual. But this shows you where the light's going to be, right? That's what I use it as a guide. Or... I'm going to show you some tricks. Hold on one second. Let's say I have Indian Shadow, which is a reddish color. It's sort of a red color. And it's coming out of my bottle too much pigment, or too much medium. Hang on. Let me try a different color. Try this one. Arbuckle's brown. This is a great color. Actually, no, this one's even better. Sharpened red. Shrapnel red. You don't have to shake the. You don't have to shake these fantasy games as much because they're already mixed pretty well. All right, so watch. I'm thinning out this paint into a glaze. You see how I've got it thinned? It's almost like a watercolor. So that means when I go in here and I paint over my shading, right, that pre-shading helps me establish the brightness and the lightness of the colors. So it actually, so I might want it to be more opaque wherever there's dark. And that light part is going to shine through some because it's thinned. Does that make sense? That is what I learned about glazing. And I'm not an expert at it, but it can be a kind of a shortcut, right? Does that help? And Rezar BR says, you just realized that These are the minis that I built the last time. Yeah, exactly. Plus the woman with the three-face halberd. Yep, I love this. Look at that halberd. It's so cool looking. I love it. I'm not sure what... Maybe to make that like a brass or a bronze. I think that would be really pretty. Let me do that right now. I think I could do that in the time. Let's use P3 Deathless Metal. I think that would look awesome. We gotta shake it. You guys know that I do... Woo! Wow! Oral Draconis, thank you so much for the host. Welcome. What are you up to? And, oh, sorry, Oral Draconis. Date 64, thank you so much for the follow. Let's write your name down. So, Oral, tell me about your stream and what are you from? What do you normally do? Oral Draconis, what a cool name. And I've got to write dates, DEIGHTS64. I always write down names of new followers. Woo, that's a cool emote. Chaos Forge, yeah, we're painting Kingdom Death minis, and I just showed everybody how to do skin tones. Good night, Painting Cricks. Hold on, I'm gonna follow you, Oral. Arl. I'm sorry, I'm saying your name wrong. Arl Draconis. Oh, you do Kingdom Death minis! I'm an instant fan. Oh, wow. Look at how beautiful. You do, it looks like you do a little bit of Privateer Press. Nice. That's awesome. It's good to meet you. You already heard a lot about me? Excellent. Welcome. Is it Avalana? Is that how I say your name? Ah, yeah. And Chaos Forged, yes, glazing is a very quick way to paint if you're just trying to get stuff on the table, like sometimes I am trying to do. So then we can do another layer here, and if I want, because this is a little bit of leather, we can add a little bit of that flesh tone as a highlight. Although I usually like to add oranges to leathers for, it's okay. We're just gonna add this to her shirt right now so that I've got it at least started. That is a beautiful emote, Red Wombat. Chaos Forge just started following. Thank you. Let's see if I got more room. I do. Chaos Forged. Woohoo! Alright, I'm going to do this upper part of her because it looks like she's got... Oh wait, she's got a jacket and a skirt. So we're going to go ahead and make that whole thing this red color. I like that. Like a whole like red toned outfit. And then we'll make this belt in an even completely different color. Ah, my phone's ringing. I'll bet you that's my husband. I will be right back.
Go get your brushes, go get your paint. This is how you do it, the Shoshie way.
Uh-oh, you guys know what that song means. That means it is time to host somebody, and I'm so sorry for all of you people who just showed up, but it is time to end the stream. We usually do about 2 hours. So let me show you what I've gotten done. We're gonna do more of this on Wednesday night. I stream on Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. and on Friday from 2:30 to 4:30. Normally my stream times on Monday is from 9 to 7 a.m. So you're welcome to follow me and join us anytime. Will I go to Eindhoven for World Expo? World Expo. I will. Is that in Netherlands? I'm going to go to Model World Expo in 2019. Aw, thank you so much for the follow. That was Anna Fear. Right, let me write you down. Welcome. All right, I'm looking for someone to host. And put a little pile of followers here. And it looks as if, let's see, who's this? Blap UK. I've never hosted him, but we're going to host him. And actually, you know what? Hellstorm Wargaming is also on. Well, Blap is painting Primaris, so I'm going to host him. Plus, I have not hosted him again. Thank you guys so much. And I hope to see you all Wednesday, if possible. If not, we'll see you on Friday. Bye, guys.